guys, welcome back to my Perfume Vegas, in my perfume closet, where I'm doing my makeup. And I'm going to tell you this story about the ghosts that I have in my apartment. Ooh, God, my nose contour looks bad. I want to do a pretty intricate eye look, so I just did, like, my foundation and stuff already. That's why I look like a ghost. Very apropos. But it's also not like a super long or super scary type of story. So I thought I could concentrate a little bit more and just try out some fun eyeshadow. This video and the other video I'm gonna record, it's gonna be probably my last content. I'm not sure how much I have to keep me going, so in November I might not be putting out as many videos, maybe just one a week, not two. I don't know, it just really depends because I have not had a lot of motivation lately, so we shall see. Right, so I do want to disclaim a little bit is that if you are here and you don't believe in ghosts, or you don't believe that there is some form of life after death, or that there is some form of consciousness or energy that can come back to Earth, this plane, once the body has passed away, why are you here? Because I'm not gonna tell you anything scary. I'm not gonna be trying to like shock anyone. I'm literally just going to explain the ghosts that are in my apartment as requested by the poll that I put up. Both of the options are pretty tame options, because despite having freaking 5 videos about like my experiences with the paranormal, most of my experiences are not like that. They're not really that scary or weird or crazy. It's just something I encounter and I deal with when I do. What else? That's it. That's all. Let's go ahead and get started. I was digging around in my makeup cabinets. Yeah, the makeup that I have like right here is all just the stuff I use most often. So I was digging around the stuff that I don't use very often, and I found the Naked Smokey palette from Urban Decay, and I thought, I want to use that. Looks like this. They have a new Naked palette coming out that I think looks very pretty. Could you see, like, oh yeah, you can see yourself reflected. That I think looks really pretty, that's coming out for, like, their holiday, I think. So, yeah, let's do some Urban Decay eyeshadow and talk about them ghosts. I'm going to start with that same makeup. This is actually Makeup Forever. I thought it was a YSL liner, but the YSL liner has a gold cap. This is the Makeup Forever AquaEyes, in the color 10. I love this eyeliner, but I think they discontinued it. I'm actually just going to use it as a base, though. So I have 3 ghosts, spirits, entities, energy. 1 is an energy, 2 are more like an entity. Well, 1 is actually a person. I'm sorry. So I'll start with probably the most often I notice them, or the most noticeable they are. I'll kind of just go in that order. The first energy, the first entity, is a spirit that shows itself as a black cat, and it's more like, it's not really a black cat, it's like a shadow cat. So this shadow cat will show itself occasionally, usually at night, usually when it's dark, just okay, surprise, right? But I'll see it, and it's not my own cat. My own cat, if you've watched my videos or follow me on Instagram, my own cat is a hairless cat, and she looks pink. Like she's a little pink blob in the middle of the night. She doesn't look black. I don't see it very often, and when I do, it's always in the main room, the kitchen and living area of our apartment. I don't see it in the bedrooms, and I don't usually see it in the bathrooms or anywhere else. It's just that one main common area. But it's usually like I will have the fleeting image or like the fleeting sight of a black cat crossing my path. I know that sounds crazy. But it'll be like if you have a cat or a dog or your pet and in the middle of the night you're going maybe to the bathroom or to get a drink, you don't have the lights on because you don't want to destroy your night vision. So you're walking in the dark and you see your pet move. So you think they're moving in front of you and you jump out of the way, but they actually just were off to the side a little bit. You just couldn't really tell because it was dark. That's what happens with this cat's spirit. Now, I doubt that it was, I doubt that it is really a cat. It is just some sort of spirit presenting itself as a cat. And I will be honest with you, when it comes to animal spirits, I haven't really done a lot of research, and I don't know a lot about why some spirits may take the form of animals, or why some beings or entities may present themselves as animals, or like what the specific animals may mean. It's just a cat who doesn't happen to be alive, who sometimes gets in my way at night. So, this is number one. Okay, so I had been trying to work with the color Black Market, and it was not playing games with me. Like, it didn't want to be worked with. I went on to the color Dagger, and it's like, it was the complete opposite. So now I'm like, trying to control it a little bit. So I'm gonna finish doing this damage control, and I'll tell you about the second. Wow, so that Hot Mess Express kind of changed my whole plans for this look. I was planning on using this color Smolder, which is like a purple, and I also wanted to use Dirty Sweet, which was my favorite color in this palette, but it's too much gray got everywhere. Okay, tried to go out of frame. So the second, this isn't the second spirit, the one that I have probably the most contact with, but only because it's always here. It's not even, what is that? It's not a ghost, actually. It could be a ghost, but it's not. It's the energy that would form a ghost under other circumstances, just unformed. And it exists just in my room here. Not the closet where I'm at, but in my bedroom. It hangs out. It just takes up space. Up in the ceiling in the corner. The cats always know it's here. I can feel it, I can feel it and see it sometimes. It's not a big deal. It's not... When you think you're like, fog, like a spooky fog, or I thought I saw a shadow. I mean, sometimes it's kind of like that, but there's never any feeling to it. It's just, it's like if you saw, let me freaking do this eyeliner. So it's like if you were out on a boat in a lake or the ocean or wherever you like to go boating, and you saw the shadow of like a school of fish pass by you, under you, whatever. Nothing scary like a shark, or crazy like wow, like a whale, or like ooh, like a big fish or anything. No, just like a little school of fish passes by and you notice it and you maybe take a picture real quick, and it has no actual investment in you, and you have no actual attachment to it because it just goes on its way. It's that feeling. It has no feeling except for the fact that it's a presence. It exists, and it is actually always here. Now, this kind of energy is very common They basically exist anywhere a human has ever existed. It's not a type of like hotspot or portal or anything like that. It's just an energetic attachment to the place or something about it, or you, or even that. Dear Lord. I know you can't really see this liner. And that was originally like what I wanted, because I thought I was going to have the black be blacker. And well, whatever. It is what it is. So this type of energy you could have, like this, you would go in with your saging or your, you know, your incense or whatever you would choose and chew it on out. But I don't really feel like that's anything I need to do. It's not doing anything to me. I literally don't notice it most of the time. I did a lot when we first moved here, but now, honestly, it's really not worth the physical energy for me, or the like material cost, because it has no sentience. It is not hurting anything or anyone. It's just being. So I'm letting it be, and that's that. The only thing that perhaps someone may find very like uncomfortable is that it exists in my bedroom. So sometimes at night I'm like, oh, what? And then I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, mostly it's like I don't even notice it. So let's try to match these eyeballs, and I will tell you about the third one, which is the one that I am the most invested in and have the most, well, not the most contact with, but the most active contact with, not passive contact. I'm like sitting there being like, hurry up, oh my god, people are waiting, but you're not really waiting because I put you on pause. I decided to work smarter, not harder with this eye. It turned out a lot better than the first one, as they do. So let's keep going. It's important for me to tell you this before I tell you about the third spirit, and that is, I am in no way being disrespectful of a deceased person. I am not trying to disrespect the deceased or their loved ones. I am not making any of this up. I'm not like just having a fun fantasy. It's very real to me what I experience. If you you know, have your own experiences, if you have your own experiences, or you find it like very, you can't wrap your head around it, it's fine. You don't have to believe me, but please do believe that I am not intending to disrespect anyone or anyone's life or grief or pain or death. The reason I'm saying that is because the third ghost is the spirit of a person, a young man who unalived themselves in this apartment building. And this happened within the last 20 years. So I have to be really vague about certain details because this person actually has living relatives that I know of. Like, I know their names and where they are. And I have never reached out to them because that is not my place. I don't pass along messages. I'm not a medium. I don't pass along messages from your departed spirits. But I do converse. I do, have communication with the soul of this person, the spirit of this young man. I'm going to call him Chad. Call him Chad. He's not a Chad. He's actually, I think maybe in life he was a Chad. He was kind of a Chad, but after life, he's actually very nice. He's a very sweet, sweet guy. So Chad, as I said, unalived himself in this. I should have put a trigger warning. I'll put a trigger warning back then. Anyway, he unalived himself in this building many, many moons before I moved here. Like, wow, long before I moved here. He was struggling in life. He had a lot of hopes and dreams that were going unfulfilled, just as we all do at points in our life. And because of those circumstances just mounting up, he unalived himself. He was very sad when I moved here. Not because I moved here, but he had been here for quite some time, unable to move on. So if a soul can't move on, they can't go into the next cycle of karma. Obviously, if they had released their karma, they wouldn't be stuck. There would be no attachments. So a soul that is stuck still has attachment. I'm using Dirty Sweet too. My son came in, so so they can't move on, so they can't go into their next karmic cycle, which is really bad just in general. It's not good for the soul. It's not good for all of us who rely on the cycle of karma to be completed so that we can all continue our cycles. The gods are not happy. You know, it's just not a good thing. So, all the backstory. Like, I didn't realize there would be so much backstory for a spirit. Sorry. So he was very sad because he could not move on due to his karmic, or his attachments. So I helped him move on. I assisted him in moving on, but after the attachments were freed from him, he did a thing. He is in a state right now where he has the ability to move on, but he is choosing by his own free will as a spirit. He is choosing to stay. It's not because of an attachment. He is choosing to stay. It's hard to explain because spirits aren't humans. So they don't experience human emotion, but they retain the memory of what it was like to be human. I talked about it in the Ouija video. I think I did. So if you want to check that video out, and I explain a lot about how spirits and time and memory work, in my experience, this is all just my experience, spirits don't feel human emotions, which is why, like, they can't be angry at you for trespassing in their space. They can't be, like, can't be the way that movies portray them, books, things, media, portrays them. They don't have that ability. They're just energy formed in the form of the person they were before they passed on. So they don't have the ability to feel emotion, but they can retain the memory of emotion. So when a spirit like Chad is attached to the world, he's attached through the fact that he committed a karmic deed when he unalived himself, and that actual karmic energy wasn't cleared before he passed. In the lifetime, it's still stuck. It's stuck in the afterlife time. So it has to be cleared somehow, but they can't clear it themselves because they're spirits. They're not people. Hope it makes sense. I guess I'm just gonna leave my eyes like that. So in those cases, when you release the attachment, you're actually just clearing their karma for them. And this is something that you can do as a human for other humans while you're both still alive, while you're all still alive, why people who are inherently very good, you know, that it seems like they're being drawn to, like, the goodness itself actually helps allow karma to clear, but it can also cause energy attachments to form and drain the energy. So, back to the original point, Chad decided that he wasn't interested in passing on, just kind of remaining. He also likes to talk. And I like to talk, which is why I'm always talking a lot in these videos. I am not looking at you. I know I'm looking over here, but like I have some charms and stuff over here, and I keep looking at them just because that like makes me get that energy going. I'm gonna let's do something with this under eye area. Let's do this concealer. So anyway, so Chad is not always here. He can go anywhere in this building, I believe. I don't know for sure, you know, if there are specific boundaries. I don't know what it's like to be a ghost. So, you know, and they can't really talk about their experiences because they're not human. So I don't think he goes places because he doesn't know any of those places anymore. He just knows here because that's what he has retained. And this is why I said I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not trying to disrespect the deceased. This is nothing to do. I didn't know him when he was alive. I don't know anything about his previous lifetime other than what I can pick up from his energy and from literally what I've read in his obituary, okay? So, I mean, you can find that on the internet. So, that's why I'm not giving any specific details. So anyway, he does not always stay here, but when he comes in, he does like to talk a lot. He comes usually once or twice a month at the most. I don't know what he does in the interim. To be honest, he maybe does nothing. He may be just not existing. I really don't know the mechanics of being a ghost, like I said. So, yeah. But I really like Chad. He's harmless. He was harmless before, and he's harmless now, although I'm certain, especially before, when he was very sad, I'm certain that he gave people quite a, like, he might have given some people quite a fright, especially if they were sensitive, because he was very sad, and that can come across quite negative, you know? That's one of the things that, like, as someone who struggles with depression, you know, my sadness and my feelings of depression can come across as quite negative, but I don't intend them to be that way, you know, it just is. So, that is Chad, who is the third ghost spirit entity energy that is here in my apartment. He doesn't always stay here, and he doesn't live here or exist here. He just passes through here sometimes, and I don't really, like, claim him as my ghost or anything, but he's here. So anyway, let me finish up with this face. I'll do my lips, and I'll kind of wrap things up, and then you can go on. So for my highlight, I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown 24 karat shimmer brick. I found this, like I said, I haven't used some of these products, like the Smokey palette, the lip I'm going to use. And this this highlight, I haven't used them in forever, but I used to like go so hard with this highlight. Anyway, so that's why I said that this wasn't a scary video. And I apologize to anyone who just stumbled into the video and is like, what the fuck? I wanted to know more about your spooky ghosts. Like, ghosts aren't scary though, so I'm sorry to disappoint you. Energy is scary. Like, energy's not scary. Like, ghosts are energy. We're all energy. We're all energy, matter, like matter, energy. It's everything we're made up at, like at the very, very smallest level. I am really losing my ability to talk. I'm super tired. And when our bodies go, you know, when they return to the earth, that matter returns to the earth, and the matter that is our soul, our spirit, that matter returns to heaven, the astral realm, the gods, you know, wherever you want to call it. And sometimes there's an in-between phase. Just like sometimes, you know, like if bodies are preserved, mummification or things like that, they can extend indefinitely their existence. Now, they aren't the same as they were when they were alive, but they're still something, you know? And that's what ghosts are. That's what spirits are. That's what hauntings are. They can't hurt you because they cannot be human. They can't act human. If you want to debate like other types of entities and what they could or could not do, watch my last video, my last spooky storytime video about the demon house, and the difference is night and day, literally. There's no mistaking, you know, something that can actually physically harm you and a ghost, like a spirit. So don't be afraid. I wish that I wish that more people would let themselves like learn about spirits. And it's not really that you can really. Now's the kind of part where I just ramble a little bit, so you can turn it off here if you're done. But it's not even like there's no like way to learn. You can go to paranormal investigation school or something, I guess. I'm sure. Where they can teach you how to be a paranormal investigator. I'm sure that in those situations they would teach you about the types of spirits you might encounter. But where I came from, my good Christian background, nobody taught us. Nobody taught us anything. They just scared us. And that's what I wish, that there was some way to educate people who are scared. It's not about the ghosts' feelings, the spirits' feelings. They don't have any. They don't care how you feel about them because they can't reciprocate. It's about people who are scared, people who have experienced things and that scares them and they don't understand. Ooh, that's a good look. Ooh. Ah! It was off my teeth. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, it's like as a kid or as a teenager or even as an adult, and you are out scaring yourself silly with the idea of some sort of haunted asylum, haunted cemetery, haunted this, that. Maybe it is. Probably A lot of it is, because there's a lot more spirits around us than we even realize, day and night. But for people who do know, for people who are sensitive to that, I wish there was just a way to say, don't be scared. They can't hurt you. They won't hurt you. And they probably want your help, you know, if they're truly the spirit of a human who's stuck. You know, if you have the sensitivity to that, then you have the ability to help them move on. Anyone has the ability to help them move on. Like, the Catholic Church really be out here trying to, like, trick people into thinking they need a freaking priest to come out with, like, their holy legions of, you know, Vatican money to throw at this problem, when likely you just have a sensitive person in your family who is reacting to the pain of the souls that are stuck here. I'm a little bit mad about it because I feel bad for them, you know. Anyway, those are my 3 ghosts. This is my look. I hate this lipstick. I remember now why I stopped using it, because it's super patchy, it's difficult to apply, and it does the butthole ring. I have to put a lip gloss over it. Yeah. Do you know how scared I used to be? Like, oh gosh. I wish I could go back in time. Anyway, my hair looks kind of crap because I need to wash it. But it's just, that is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna film another video, and I am actually going to be doing some traveling later at the end of October. Did I say that already? Maybe I did. But so I'm going to be doing that, and so these videos that you see have all been filmed, like, prior to October 23rd. Yeah, October 23rd. It's tomorrow. And I will hopefully catch you guys in the comments, or just, you know, on Instagram. It's all down below if you want to chat with me. Like I said before, if you are interested in anything that I have to say on the topic of spirits and spirituality, feel free to write to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Keep in mind that everything is only from my own personal experience, so I can't verify anyone else's claims or disprove them. I can only tell you what I have experienced and what I know. But I'm happy to do that if you're interested. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing some different type of content this October, and I will probably be doing some vlogs in December, so expect some extra content then as well. Otherwise, I hope that you have a great spooky Halloween, however you celebrate it, whether you don't, like me, I'm lazy, or you do go the full, you know, you go full 9 yards. Please have fun, enjoy it. Do be safe on Halloween, not from ghosts or spirits, but from people who want to take advantage of the reputation of the day and night. And I will see you in the next video. Okay? Bye!